For today, we go from Logic Crystal to the Dragon Barracks. If you go this way, you go back to like the castle, where you have that giant axe guy. This one, those archers. This way you cannot go, and this one is the only one left. That just loops around the stairs there. Come on this platform as well, except that one over there. We're gonna ignore that guy for now. And then you have the bridge here, and like you can see, we have our two giant friends over here. Well, the plan is actually to return back to the garden, because I think this is like main progression. But I'm quickly gonna show which items I already picked up. Like you can see, I wear fire resistant gear, at least the best that I could find, the fire ring. And I also have flash sweat. All that combined, and you have a pretty big chance to run past those guys here. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Oh, wait, actually we will not need to run past them. Dropping down will actually do the trick just fine, but I will show you anyway where we come out. So here I come, and you have those two enemies here that turn into abyss beasts if you don't kill them fast enough, like this one. But they are very weak to fire. There we go. Another large titanite. So then you can actually go this way, and you will fight a lot of assassin guys over here. You will also find a silver, or like a lizard, a glowing lizard. You will find here, but of course I already killed that one. They all drop twinkling titanite. And then you can either go this way, you will find a big knight over there, and at the end of the path you will find a sniper crossbow. That is this item over here. But I'm not gonna use it. And this returns us back to the bonfire. So that is what we picked up so far. And then for the rest we have to run over the bridge. If you keep rolling, you have actually the bigger chance to make it. You take some damage over time from the fire. You can try to heal, but if that doesn't work, just keep rolling. I should have done exactly the same thing. But luckily, if you die, the respawn point is not too far away. So one cast should be more than enough. If you're lucky like now, you can have it sometimes that they do not spit fire until like later on. And if that is the case, the chance that you make it is pretty big. There we go. And then you come actually in this zone. Look out for those fire bombs because they, uh, if they hit the barrels, they explode. There we go. Might as well take the guy out there just for safety measures. If you then go up here, actually, you come where we were before. So here you have like a feet of the dragon. I guess you can hit it and it will fly away. For now, I will just leave the guys in place. And then you come here on the balcony, and then you actually have two ways. So you will find the crystal lizard over that way. Just be careful because the dragon will spit fire. But you can do the same strategy. Just flash wet. Because I see I forgot an item over here. It didn't notice it this time. But just keep that in mind, he might spit fire again. And then you will find a crystal lizard over here, and that is where we found the assassins, where you find the sniper crossbow. Going back inside though, like I said, probably that is to chase them away. I'm not gonna bother doing that right now. But then you come back here, so either this way or that way up the stairs. And then you will find some more enemies here. And then you have one more here. And then you have the mimic over here. We're not gonna kill this one because I did look up the headgear item you get, like the symbol of, I don't know, I forgot the name, but like that headgear where you pretty much have a mimic on your head. You can actually farm that of those guys. It's like not a guaranteed drop. And the way you can do that is actually pretty simple. You need 100 hunter charms, and you're just gonna throw them towards them. And then they will open without awakening. And then you press X, and if you're lucky, the item will be in there. The first time the item will be in there that they normally drop. And the second time you can actually farm them like this. It works, but it takes time and some farming. What you then can do is just punch them, and then they will reset themselves. And then you can do that again. And every time you do it, you have a chance that the helmets will be inside. But like I said, it might take some time. And then you hit them again. I would recommend it to do it with fists, so you don't kill it. At least not if it is your last mimic. I think for me it's like my one but last mimic. So I think I only have 2 left. So that's why I decided to do it now. But like I said, it might take some time. So far I haven't been lucky, and I expect that this will not be my lucky time either. So we have one more we're gonna try it with. No, it doesn't seem to drop anything or like be able to loot anything. But just keep that in mind. If you do want the helmet that they drop, make sure to keep at least one of them alive. There are 13 in total. And normally they fall back asleep, just like that. Sometimes they do awake, then just throw another hunter charm and they will go back to sleep again. Besides that, we also have our straight sword 2+4. With all the lizards we found, we had enough twinkling titanite. And this way we didn't explore yet, and we don't intend to explore it right now. Because like I said, I think this is progression, and I would rather do the optional paths first. What we can do though is like run to the other side to see quickly what's over there. So buff up again, and then you can either wait until the flames disappear, and if they don't, then just start rolling. There we go. We made it to the other side. Ouch. Oh. Seems we have some visitors over there. We can either go down, and this leads to one of you. No way. Then we might as well do you guys first. Oh wait, that's a big one, so we're gonna deal with that one first before we deal with the other one. And I forgot I didn't have my main shield. That's my bad. I'm used to blocking, but to keep my medium roll with my fire gear, I obviously didn't. Well, I did have to discard my big shields. For staffs, they scale a little better now. I upgraded my intelligence a little bit to a 38 at the moment. And then you see that some staffs, they really go higher up. You see, you have we're using this one still for the increased casting speed. But you see that the heretic staff is suddenly better than the sorcerer staff. The court sorcerer staff is catching up, and pretty much everyone is like having a higher rating. But that being said, because this is the main path, we probably will do that later on. Because I want to do the side quests first, or like the side zones rather. So we're gonna quickly change back to our other gear and also our other ring. There we go. Then that can also be gone for now. So just if you wanted, you you can run past the dragons. It is not impossible. Just make sure you have enough fire resistance for it. And we go back to the garden so we can take this way and then run across. Also want to go back to our other shields that can actually block an attack. I was originally planning to upgrade my magic weapon, but after doing some research, the Darkmoon Greatsword uses the same upgrade materials as the... what is it called again? It uses the same upgrade materials as the Greatsword of Judgment, so that's why I decided to hold off onto it for now and stick with my Ice Sword, especially now it's like upgraded to +4. And after +4 you need a Titanite slab, but of course those items are a little bit rare on a playthrough, so before you use it, make sure that you're really satisfied for your weapon choice. There seems to be a middle path, I didn't know that, so I might as well take a quick look. Consumes King's Garden. A new Estes, always appreciated. Then it seems that we can walk over here. Oh, it's one of you. For that we have the fireballs. They're still good though, don't get me wrong. And this is all potion. Oh, so you just get some additional items. But it's the same. They always seem to have a bigger reach than I think they have. I think I'm a little bit screwed here, the elevators. Seems that he's poisoned as well. But of course we're not gonna wait until the poison wears him down. There we go. those snake abyss beasts, they also might drop an ember. So if you're in need of embers, that are the enemies you want to farm. They also seem to drop Titanite chunks. That is really nice. Claws and some fire bombs. There we go. Just quickly seeing if I didn't miss any items, but I think we almost have everything. Titanite chunk. And another elevator. Right there. I think we're gonna do the elevator first because we're low on health and healing. Put there. Good luck ahead. We're actually gonna wait a second until the poison wears off. There we go. Titanite skills, I believe that are the things we need for the Moonlight Greatsword. And is it a light or is there an item there? No, it's a light. This is a shortcut. It's really nice that we already have that. Think we're gonna go back to the bonfire and rest a second. We might take this one. Think I quickly go back to Firelink just to have that one extra Estus. Never lost to have one.
Just wasn't it?
I'm gonna take 9 and 4, so having one extra
Pretty be careful.
mana Estus will definitely come in handy. Eventually. There seems to be a middle path here as well. Like here. Reduce damage from backstabs. Think that's especially handy in like PvP. Where people tend to do that more. Just to aim a little better. We can use a binocular here. Like that. I think that should be fine. Just on time, because that would have been a big hit. Um, Also, one of the messengers got appraised earlier. It is poor. I think it's pretty. I don't think it's really poor. I mean, it is not the nicest shortcut that you have over there. Um, it's not like a shortcut that comes right back at the bonfire. But nonetheless, it is a shortcut. We're quickly gonna check if there's no item we forgot on the roof there. I just wanted to kill the mage pretty fast so he couldn't buff up his friends. In that case, we did succeed though. Um, but it seems we have nothing left over here. Um, so can easily continue. Leave this to be no poison. Seems we have a boss fight here. Fire lightning. Movement fellow. Therefore, time for ally. Stealth ahead. Therefore, time for losing sanity. um, Before we do that though, we're quickly gonna check if there are no invasions here. Because the invasions, like the NPC invasions, often they only happen so long the boss is alive. And I know that way I already missed a few. So that's why we're quickly gonna check. I don't really expect it, but you never know. Since we have one more item up here though. Um, that's already a summon sign. I would disorder. Might as well take them out. Especially with fire, they're not that much of a threat, but we might as well. Hmm? Mm. And since the guy is here anyway, why not bring him along? I think it's a little bit a weird spot for a summoning sign, to be honest, but I hope he comes this way and doesn't run the other way. He does. To be good, we actually should go pick up our other souls. But then I have to run all the way back here and kill all the enemies. I don't feel like doing that. They say to try lightning, but I don't have any lightning, so fire and magic will have to do. Looks like a slug.
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you?
I don't really
Of the
know you.
power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons.
I don't even think that I know her
I
or
will
him.
not give him up, for he is all that I have.
Could be a fun boss fight. Let's see how you deal with fire, huh? 350 and spells.
Dear little Ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
I think it's not only the. I don't think it's only the spell, but I also think that just the pyromancy itself is really powerful. Ooh, okay.
Ignorant slaves. How quickly you forget.
Quickly gonna see, but I don't think we have any lightning spells we can actually cast. Um, Lightning blade is like 30 feet. Oof. No. So that pretty much answers our question. That is a no-no. Um, Either way, it doesn't really matter. I hope the elevator is up. It is good. Um, I think we're gonna try the same strategy as we did with as we did with like the dancer as well, is like go for melee attacks and our ice swords in the beginning where the moveset is not too crazy yet, and then um, switch over to frames while going through the far gates. Lovely. I already fear that ice wouldn't be very effective because
Dear little ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid.
so standing in that ice is not
What could you possibly fear?
it's not really good.
Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
So his shell did run away from him, I guess.
Ocelot!
Oh.
Ignorance.
Oh, damn it.
How quickly you forget.
That that's a pity. I really felt that it actually went pretty well, and then it did a stealth swipe. Um, that's a pity. Um, but since that fire is more effective, we actually might switch to or pyromancy instead. I mean, every little bit of damage we can squeeze out. I think that my spells will eventually be more effective, but right now it's like, well, I would say actually to be good, I should actually go for like the magic clutch ring and then the young and the bellowing dragon. Um, for like my maximum spell casting damage. Um, and then like for this, I would go for the Sage Ring. Where is the thing? Here, this one. To have the increased spell casting time. But the thing is, the Clarity Ring for like stamina regen is so good, eh? You know, like no matter which build you go, it is just good to have. Except if you don't use stamina, and I believe uh, in one of the souls, but maybe it was Demon Souls, I'm not sure, that you actually don't consume stamina while you cast spells. Then you don't really need the Clarity Ring. But like I just find it handy to have. It's a ring that I pretty much always equip. Same with the Silver Serpent ring. Having that extra, it's just always nice to have. But like actually, especially with the summon there, he's not, ouch, he's not too bad. Like it's more his second phase that is like dangerous. And then his second phase, especially like the charging attack and the tail swipe, I think are the most dangerous of the two. We're gonna bring our friend along. And hopefully we can run past those guys without getting clipped this time. Never mind what I said over there, we already got clipped. There we go. Just gonna grab my souls. No,
Dear
no.
little Ocelot, where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid.
And maybe those attacks they are pretty they're pretty
Possibly fear.
they're pretty dangerous as well.
Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot. Ocelot!
Ooh, that does like a lot of damage right now, I think. It's 500. It's nice. Oh god, oh god, oh god.
Ignorant slaves, how quickly you forget.
He focused me a lot harder this time than the last time. And also I haven't seen a jump attack yet. Um like I knew his tail swipe and I knew it's like charged attack, but he can also like jump on you. The thing is he's not too hard, it's just like yeah, in his first phase he's like yeah, civilized, you know? And then in his second phase he goes like more like into his dragon side of things, I believe. Um But I'm actually surprised for that reason that like it seems like an ice dragon or something. But despite him being an ice dragon, he takes frostbite damage. I mean, I don't mind it. Don't get me wrong, obviously. It's just a little funny that he actually takes frostbite damage. Actually, to be better, I should take out like those knights, but I can simply not be bothered. Um, and iframes, well, going through the mist, it's so nice to have. You see, because this is like clearly ice or something, but like even though he has this ice attack,
Ah, dear little ocelot.
or
Where have
maybe
you
it's bleed
gone?
that it
Are
takes.
you
I'm not
hiding
sure if
from
this
me?
this
Come
knight does like
out.
bleed damage.
Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born. Ocelot!
It definitely is like an annoying boss fight that he keeps. Whew. Mates, that was close. I have literally 1 HP remaining or something. That's literally 1 HP, dude. I mean, I'm not even sure, but I would say you could say that's 1 HP. Man, that was wow. I'm actually wondering what Soul will give us.
Welcome us. Very well then, Hagen.
And that's 40. That's great. Mm,
Farewell, Ashen One.
mm. It's this throne, yes.
Aha, thou return. So,
So what do you get? Um, Nothing? That cannot be right. Oh, is that? Oh, it is Moonlight Greatsword. Look at that. We have the weapon that we wanted to use this whole gameplay. But we need 10,000 souls for it. But that will not be the issue. Um, I think from the I go for the Hollow Slayer Greatsword from the Rotten one, and from the this the Fire Greatsword. What was the other thing you could get? Wait. Oh yeah, the Wolfenite Greatsword. We probably go for the Fire Greatsword first. Why Dragon Breath? So we need even 50 intelligence for it, so we cannot even use it at the moment. Emits crystal breath on offsets the scaleless crystal breath has piercing qualities. So I can kind of see it. Like I know the fight against Sid the scaleless. All big heads who in his mad dissolved state made the fireworks as this his own. No doubt it is by this. Emit crystal breath, and so I guess you do crystal breath attack. In order to test that, we actually would need to in order to use that, we would actually need to raise our intelligence. So we might test that.
overlord.
I mean, I probably go for the Moonlight Greatsword. I think for me that's pretty much a no-brainer. I've been looking for a new weapon ever since, and I actually never used the Moonlight Greatsword. I mean, I tested it obviously, here and there a little bit, but I never really like used it all too much. But now we would be able to actually use it as well. or now we plan to actually use it as well. Something must have killed them, and that might be that guy over there. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of looks like. I mean, it looks like two things. It obviously looks like the Vipers we had in Dark Souls 1, and it also kind of looks like mini garments with like the wraps they wear. But of the dragon, also gesture. But, like I just wanna like try out the crystal bread just to see how good it is. Because it's also a move that I don't know it. Both not from the I don't know it from Elden Ring, I don't know it from any other Souls-like. Kingdom Path ahead. Good. Um, there we go. This looks like the abyss. I mean, it kind of gives me flashbacks to it. Um, Vision of secrets. I want to know if there is vision of death or not. um, no. Reach untended graves. So there's a trophy attached to this place. So we might as well look around a little bit. I already hear something breathing down my neck. Very cozy. Oh no. You have to be fast and take them all out. Because if they get wings, they're actually pretty scary. Especially like the small ones. They're no joke. And I know it looks easier when I'm taking them down like that, but if they're grouped up and they have wings, they're no, they're not as funny. Ashen Estus. Increase FP restored with Ashen Estus. Oh yeah, so one is HP and one is FP. I don't really feel that it's completely necessary. I mean, in the beginning, maybe you can use it to increase more HP, but now I feel it's not always necessary. Oh, those dual blades. Oh God. Oh, thanks for that. Hey, they don't see us yet. We might as well surprise them a little bit with a few fireballs right to the face. a lot of puppies, and this seems to go deeper. Um, but it's also a little bit hidden, so we're gonna take this path first. One, two crystal beasts. Um, they're not as bad as I remember them, but let's just leave them be for now. I mean, mainly I try to like pick up some items here, maybe find a bonfire along the way. Vision of Dark Spirit and short vision of Sorcerer. Oh, great. Invaded. Ah, I see. Might quickly top off. Feel that he summoned like close to us. Oh, there he is. She didn't drop anything. That's a pity. I was actually hoping on something, but no. Visions of bonfire. Oh, maybe that way. Um, you got like 6 appraisers though, so like, but you never know if that's good or bad. Huh? That's the thing. Um, oof. That came a little faster out than I thought it would. But I still think this like the a side path, so we might as well continue this first before anything else. Quickly gonna check here again. I'm just not. Yeah, that's where the birds are. Um, you see, especially against like enemies like this that do like a lot of attacks and sometimes drain pretty much through your stamina. It's actually really nice to have the clarity ring, just for that increase in Oh god. They're still not my favorite enemies. That's why I want to go for the great sword, just for the better stagger potential. We might actually just ignore them. Because I'm curious to see what's down here, since there are so many skeletons or whatever guarding the place. Good. Can drop down here. We might as well. I already was expecting to have an enemy here. Wasn't really sure what enemy, but I was expecting it. No, it's... I still wanna crank up my thing a little bit, my stamina, just to have that little bit more stamina. Oh, okay. I actually heard that you can actually parry him, and that it's actually pretty easy. Although I never tried that, we might actually give it a shot. It has been a time though that I parried. I'm already going to say that in advance, but I already felt that this place looked and felt very familiar, and now we have that boss. It totally feels very familiar. And that's why the vision of bonfire is here, because there's a bonfire in the real world. And here you can actually jump down some coffins. There we go. Oh god. Oh god. We died for the item. You could name it like that. We died for the item. was a very shitty spot to be stuck in though. I'm I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do like after this though. I mean, I already discussed some possible games that I will cover on the channel once this is done. Uh, like the first being Wu-Chang probably. But like, the Dark Souls games, they just hit differently in general. And like having like not having a new Dark Souls or not having a new Souls game, like Knight Glaive, that's the weapon that they use, I think. So let's try. It seems that you're easy parable. At least that's what I heard. I never tested it for myself. Ooh, you are. So he is easy parable, but then look out for the red eyes because then he gets serious. I mean, I think that's actually what is used. No, what is meant to happen rather. In the first fight as well. But in the first fight, he's corrupted by like an abyss beast. Um, but I think like that red eye mode, that's actually his real second phase. Why do you guys always have to clip me? So we're gonna start with praying him, and then no, I like whip my parry there, and then after that. But like I said, it has been a time that I parried, and I'm not gonna lie, like parrying in Dark Souls, I always felt that a little bit difficult to do. Like I'm not gonna lie, after Dark Souls 1, I actually played Bloodborne. Um, and there I knew that like the game did like put a very hard focus on parrying, and I was a little bit afraid. I had something like, yeah, very very parry focused, and I suck in parrying in like the Souls games. But in Dark Souls, it's actually pretty easy. I mean, it takes some practice, obviously, but once you do practice, it's actually pretty easy and easier than the Souls games, in my opinion. But in the regular parries, I always sucked quite a bit. And I definitely did improve over the years, but No. Ouch. Okay, we're not even gonna risk it in the second phase. Because he has like a lot of melee attacks, and that throws me off quite a bit. Ooh. Yeah, he is aggressive. And my stick drift is also like a little bit back. It's not a huge problem because it's a forward stick drift. With my other controller it was a side stick drift. But nonetheless it's always a little bit annoying. And then the funny thing is that you actually have a Pro controller with like switchable sticks, and then you think like, yeah, that is the solution, just buy some new sticks. Well, that's kind of where the problem lies. The sticks are never to be bought, but because they're always out of stock. Not that I have a Pro controller myself, but it's just funny that if you design a controller with switchable sticks and then never have the sticks in stock. But it is pretty easy to parry though, I'm not gonna lie. Except that you cannot parry. Actually gonna see if I can parry his second phase, but in his second phase he does use like a lot of punches and kicks, and I don't expect you to parry those. I mean, I don't think that they're parryable. I would say it like that. Um, because like his moves kind of seem the same. He gets like a few new ones though. But he definitely has some older moves still from his first. Still from his first phase. Was too early. Was too early again. I think I'm gonna take a quick break because mostly if I play sloppy, that actually means it's time for a break. But like most of the times, I just ignore it and I keep like trying. We actually gonna try it one more time, but differently than we did before, and that's actually by using our magic. I mean, it's kind of funny. I always say magic, but we use our pyromancy more than anything else. But but like I said before, that's probably because I think. I mean, yes, the pyromancy hand is upgraded. That makes a difference, obviously. But I think the Chaos Bat Fireball also just is like a really powerful move. Um, Especially like that grab and then that well, not that grab, that fist and then his shoulder charge always kind of gets me. You see that one, huh? That one I hate it. Nope. No. Oh, damn it. That that was actually really good, but of course he has such a long range on his weapon. And the fact that he is like aggressive and even more aggressive in the second phase don't really doesn't really help. Because sometimes you try to get like far enough from him and then you get far enough from him and then he like oh, it's not nice of them. But yeah, then if you get far enough of him, then he gets like his jump attack in, and then you're pretty much screwed. Like you see now, you have like quite a bit of time to do like your own moves. But the second phase is like so aggressive that it's like pretty hard. That's actually exactly what I meant, you know. That actually went pretty good, and then in his second phase he does like an attack, and then he like shoulder bashes you, and then like you're still recovering from that move, and the next move is already there, like lurking at you, like I'm coming. But I'm gonna do, I believe, two fireballs, and then I'm gonna two or three fireballs, and then I'm gonna like already drink a mana flask, because in the second phase it's so hard to like get some. Oh, god damn it. This is like the moment I'm talking about. I know that I should take a break, because I know after I did that, sometimes it goes a lot better afterwards. But I'm like that type of player that has something like, even though I die, I just gonna run back to it, try again. I actually might quickly, where is it? There's not the time to look at your rings like that. Here it is. Um, Luckily in his first phase he's a little bit slow. And also the thing that I have is like the the moment you like the moment you have like with that stick drift, like the thing that you have is like you try to roll backwards, and your stick tries to like move, let you move like forward, and it doesn't always trigger. You see now it doesn't trigger, it doesn't trigger again, but sometimes it just pops up. But I'm not gonna lie, like I find to like reduce your spellcasting uh time even more, it's actually good to have a higher dexterity, but I find that such a weird stat to have that like affected. You see that move as well. He like hits you with your with his stick like up in the air, and while you're falling, he's like kicking you. Like what are you supposed to like do there? I mean, if you're wearing some heavy armor and stuff, it doesn't really matter. Eh? But if you're like wearing like lighter armor, um, you see now my stick drift, for example, was acting up there. No, I want to go backwards, not forwards. Oh God, I'm stuck. Whew, we made it. Actually, if you're fast enough, you can like quickly switch over to the silver serpent ring. You still would get the increased souls, but I wasn't fast enough there. Also, I'm not really sure what those, like what those icons mean, like next to the thing, you know? You can, like you obviously have your left icon is where you're currently at, but I'm not really sure what those are. And you see, you have them in like quite a few places. Or is that maybe where your message got approved? I'm not really sure. Um, I'm always curious what is what's being praised. I think it's one of those two. Either way. Let's quickly see if we find a fire link here as well. Kinda reminds me of Elden Ring because you also have an alternative version of oh, that's a Dark Knight. Luckily, we did fight a lot of Dark Knights already in the past, so they're not that much of a threat anymore. Of course, if we can chase them a little bit with some spells, why wouldn't we? Oof, that's why we wouldn't. Oh man. And he drops after us. Can you believe that? I know you could also go straight for the door, ignore the knights. Why didn't you do that? Good question. Why didn't I do that? Because I like to fight pretty much everything on my way, even though it sometimes beats me. I hope that makes enough sense why I do it. Just because I'm stubborn. This time, you're not gonna do that dirty trick with your sword. Easy peasy, huh? First time. No, I know I died, but hey. I wonder, would there be a katana guy here as well? But there is a you. Would we like kick him off the edge? No. The game is not giving me that satisfaction. Black Knight's leggings. Chaos Blade. Wasn't that the Chaos Blade? Wasn't that a boss weapon in Dark Souls 1? I think it is. No. Come on, stack drifts. We can actually use this. Look at that. Isn't that the one that eats away on health? Yeah, attacks also damage the builder. Hmm. So we have one more and one more knight here. We have the high ground, so we might as well take advantage. Oh god. Hornet ring, that increases critical attacks. Not really worth it for the build that we're using, but definitely something good for like anything that uses a dagger. Seems there is no gold sword fragment. You mean we can actually use the sword? That would be awesome. Turn to last bonfire rest at or to shrine. Oh no, never mind. Would that be like an infinitive Homer's bow? That could be cool. Mm. We might as well take a quick sneak peek to see if there is anything more than meets the eye in this place. But like I'm actually not entirely sure if like gold sword is actually like a weapon we could ever use in Dark Souls. I don't think so, but last we're gonna check out that place over there. First wanna check out the inside interior to see if there are any items. Like, like imagine for the fun that they like put a Dark Knight or something in here. I'm just gonna ember myself because I'm curious if I would get invaded here or not. I know that happens in Elden Ring. The first time you come to like the alternative version of the round table, someone invades you. Um, mhm. Hollow ashes. It's always handy. It means a bigger shop. And I think I saw something gleaming at the blacksmith. Blacksmith hammer. I actually used it in Dark Souls 2 for quite a bit. It's actually a pretty good weapon. Yeah, it's the one with the long stick. Yeah, I actually used this quite a bit. I, I need to say it's actually a pretty good weapon. Oh, she's here.
Well, a lost lamb wandereth in, with nary a peep from the bell. What can this old handmaid
So you do sell those, that, this, that. Wolf Knight Helm? That's Astorius, his set. A ring engraved with pearl increases fate. Well, might as well get the ring, huh? But it's nice that Artorias set is back. And by how much does it increase your fate? So my fate is at 10 by 5 points. It's not too bad. Could have been worse. Maybe 10 points would be a little bit too greedy. I just still have, but there is not. Guess you only give one seed at a time. No. Oh, is this locked? Seems it is, yes. Let's quickly go check if we can rest at well, not rest, if we can open the other gate. She doesn't sell a key, eh? No. I mean, yes, she does sell a key, but not like another one.
best not tarry long?
So I quickly check the other key, or like the other gate with the key. No, it seems that in this case it is locked. So let's see if this is indeed a homeward bone that never decays. To the square. I think it will be, yes. Infinitive homeward bone, always 9.
Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of farewell,
I think I'm gonna
Ashen One.
bring my intelligence to 50 first and then work on my endurance.
Welcome us. Farewell, me.
No, come on.
Welcome us. Very well, then Hagen. Farewell, Ashen One.
You see that as a stick drift.
May the flames guide thee. Welks. Very well, then Hagen. Very well. Then
A little bit too short. Just gonna pop this because we also need 10,000 for
Welks. Very
the Dark Moon Great Swords. But like I already said, we're first gonna test
Farewell, Ash.
the spell as well, just because I'm curious how it looks and how it like is.
Gracious, let this. I only hope these.
So I always find it hard to see what is actually new and what isn't. Home of Favor. Oh, that's from the little bastard we had. The Dancer's Crown. Oh, Smoke's Helm. Excuse me for that. I think the Ring of Sacrifices are also new.
Ashen One, B.
Ah, 'tis wasn't it?
That's good.
Pray I don't want to see my works.
Ah, there I am.
There we go. This one is already a little bit more powerful now.
Heed the undoubted. Heed the undoubted.
Do not be gone.
What is it?
Back again, Victor. I don't think in the I hope. Promise to stay safe.
She's still not back, like so, like she just disappeared like that. I haven't looked up where she actually is going.
There is one thing. There is a. Do stay safe.
You know, I was thinking about leaving for another round of... There must be something of use in Lothric. I'm aware of the danger. That castle is a death trap. Not a single man has returned from the castle unscathed, even back in the day. But I don't... And I consider myself your friend.
I'm not sure yet. The castle is indeed dangerous, so I might wanna take out the dragons first before he goes. Let's actually see if our other guy is still here. No, he seems to be gone for like quite a while as well.
Now in come on.
Except that one, he's always there.
Aha, that so.
So what do you offer? The Dark Moon Greatsword. And we either have the Sword of Champions. What do you get more? Gain vigor, endurance, and vitality. But take extra damage. I think I go then for his weapon first.
Now. Do not.
So let's see what we all have now. The Black Knight. Yeah, from the Black Knights, yeah. I know which one this is. Which move that was. It's a little bit annoying. Actually, they can all go in there. This one can go in there as well. That too. This too. There we go. Well, we're gonna wrap up here because I have some testing to do with the spell, and obviously that requires some cloud saving. But like I said, next time we will have the Moonlight Greatsword to finally test out and use. I will also see how far I can upgrade it. Because that will probably be our main weapon for probably the rest of this game. But before that, I just want to quickly try out the spell. But it has some things to do. You have to like respec and then come back here and then try it out and then see if it is like any good. And then you have to reload everything to get the Moonlight Greatsword. But until then, and then next time we will seek the dragons out, slay them. Then we also might send our little friend on like a pilgrimage again. But so long that the dragons are there, I don't wanna like risk his life. But that will be for later.